Thank you, and welcome to Eugene's Environmental Law Panel. I come to you today all the way from Fredonia. You may remember the Marx Brothers from the 30s, right? Well, things have changed a lot since those days. And I would welcome questions from the audience after a brief introduction. In Fredonia, these days, we have many rules that are different from other countries in terms of environmental law. But because I'm post-shock as opposed to pre-shock, I can't go into that immediately before an exercise with the audience. Because my name is pronounced not the way they pronounced it, but it's Balm. In our country, we are forbidden to utter expletives. We cannot say wordy-dirds. No four-letter words. But since this is post-shock, I will do an exercise with the audience. This side, I want you to say fa, fa. And this side, I want you, after they say that, to say uck, uck. And that way, we'll kind of combine them in a way I can't do in my own country because expletives are forbidden. We don't do four-letter words. It's against the law. So let's have a brief exercise to enliven the audience before we get to the panel questions. This side. All right. We are ready. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready for the first environmental question of our law panel. Questions from the audience? Well, if there are no questions, I will begin. Oh, there's one in the back.
So when you get really upset, since you can't use those kinds of words, what would you say instead?
Very good question. We say them backwards. If we're really angry at someone, we say, kuf yoy. And, so we get around it. It doesn't have the same pizzazz, obviously.
What happens if you stub your toe?
Let me find out. Oh! I guess I say oh.
What does any of this have to do with the environment?
I think we're getting around to that. We kind of segue into the subject matter.
Wait, I say shit when I stub my toe. What do you?
Oh, I say it backwards. I say tiss. Yes. But anyway, so we have all kinds of rules, environmental rules, and we have been selected by ourselves to present a plan of economic action that will solve the problem of the wall, Trump's wall, and the trade imbalance with China. And we're going to use, speaking of the last, next to the last guest that was on with the helium balloons, we have elicited his various edifices in this regard to purposefully transport brick by helium balloon the Great Wall of China all the way to Mexico, stretching from Pacific to Gulf of Mexico. And you'll see it's a win-win, the trade imbalance, and it's going to take a long time. We're going to use SpaceX too. It's going to be subsidized through SpaceX. They're going to orbit around the Earth with some bricks and then drop them down and make helium balloons to them the rest of the way down. But in any case, it will also feed into the Space Force. You see, we'll take SpaceX profits and feed those in. It's all complicated, it's all economics, but it'll all work out in the end. So, any questions about this? Is it very confusing?
What does it have to do with the environment?
That's a very good question. I think the more helium we put into the balloons, in order to transport this, it takes the oxygen and the hydrogen and it kind of, see the protons and the electrons and the neutrons all kind of jump it up together and it all balances out. It somehow takes one thing from another thing and puts it back in the original thing. Yes.
What do you say if a brick hits you on the head in your country?
I say I'm out of time.
Oh.